Good morning, friends. Hope you are all are doing fine. So I welcome you all to our channel Board and Beyond. So let's get started. Today we will be having our lecture number 5. So let's get started on to the topic straight away. Okay. So friends, where did we leave the last class? We left it with the problem that if f of x is equal to this is a cubic polynomial in x. Okay. So if f of x is equal to this and these three are the roots which is given to us, we need to actually prove that yes, of course, these are the three roots, and then we need to establish the relationship between the roots and the coefficient for this polynomial. Okay, so let's do it. So as we know, 3, -1 and -1/3 are the three roots for this cubic polynomial, which means that if x takes a value of 3, this polynomial should be equal to 0. Right, friends? Okay, so let's do it for the first number, that is 3. So 3 into 3 square minus 5 into 3 whole square, sorry, this is cube, minus 11 into 3 minus 3. Right, friends? So this leaves us with 3 into 27 minus 5 into 9 minus 33 minus 3. Right? So this is equal to 81 minus 45 minus 33 minus 3. Now let's add this 5 plus 3, 8 plus 3, 11, 1 carries, 5 plus 3, 8. So 81 minus 81, which gives us 0. Okay. So we have verified that if x is equal to 0, x is equal to 3 is a root of this polynomial. So 3 is one of the roots of the polynomial, right? Now next coming to x is equal to -1. So what happens? I'll just draw a line here. Okay, 3 minus 1 whole cube minus 5 into -1 square minus 11 into -1 minus 3. Right? So this is equal to 3 into -1. -1 whole cube is equal to -1 itself. Right? Minus 5 into 1 minus, this becomes 11, minus into minus is plus, minus 3. So this is minus 3 minus 5 plus 11 minus 3. So if we add all the negative terms, it is equal to minus 11 plus 11, which is equal to 0. So we have verified that -1 is also one of the root of this cubic polynomial. Right? Let us now do -1/3. Okay, for this I'll have to rub one thing at least. So what happens is, let's take -1/3. So 3 into -1/3 cube minus 5 into -1/3 square, right? Minus 11 into -1/3 minus 3. Right, friends? Okay. So this is 3 into -1/27. Right? Any confusion in this? No. Okay. So minus 5 into 1/9. Minus into minus is plus, 11/3 minus 3. Okay. So this is equal to 9. So minus 1/9 minus 5/9 plus 11/3 minus 3. Now what do? We take an LCM, 9 here. So this is -1 minus 5 plus 33 minus 27. Right? 33 minus 27. Now when we add this, 27 plus 5 is 32. 32 plus 1 is 33. So minus 33 plus 33 divided by 9, which is equal to 0 by 9, which is also equal to 0. Okay, so you are getting it. So what's happening here is that we have verified that these three are the roots, correct? Now we need to find out, or we need to establish the relationship or justify the relationship between the roots and the coefficient for this cubic polynomial. So friends, for that we assume that alpha is equal to 3, 1, beta is equal to minus 1 and gamma is equal to minus 1 by 3. Right? So what do we know? We know that alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to how much, friends? Minus b by a. Right? And we also know that alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma is equal to how much? Is equal to c by a. And we know alpha beta in gamma is equal to d by a or minus d by a. Yeah, minus d by a. Right? So let's now prove it one by one. So what we do is that we do alpha plus beta plus gamma here. Okay, for this. So it is 3 plus minus 1 plus minus 1 by 3, which also gives us how much? 3 minus 1 minus 1 by 3, which is also equal to, we will prove one by one. Okay, so 3 minus 1 is 2 minus 1 by 3, which is also equal to 6 minus 1, that is 5 by 3. Right? From this we have got b is equal to minus 5 by 3. Sorry, alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to 5 by 3. Right? Now let's go back to the original equation, friends, and write minus b by a. Okay, so minus of minus 5 you can see here on the top, divided by a is nothing but 3, which is giving me 5 by 3. Right? You see this and this both are same. So we have verified that alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to minus b by a holds good for this cubic polynomial. Right? So similarly, since alpha plus beta gamma we have done, alpha plus beta plus gamma we have done this. So I'll just rub it off. Okay. Now we move on to the second term, that is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma is equal to c by a. Taking the values of alpha, beta, gamma as this, what we do is that alpha into beta, that is equal to 3 into minus 1, that is equal to minus 3, plus beta into gamma, that is this into this. So this becomes minus 1 into minus 1 by 3, that is equal to plus 1 by 3. Then comes alpha into gamma, this into this, that is equal to minus 1. You are getting it? Because this and this will cancel when we multiply these two terms, and it will leave me with minus 1 is equal to how much, friends? Let's take an LCM here and do not confuse ourselves. Minus 3. So this becomes 12, minus 12 plus 1, that is equal to minus 11 by 3. Right? Okay. Now look here, my friends, in the original equation here, c by a, how much is c? C is equal to minus 11, right? A is how much? 3. You see this value and this value, both are same. So we have also verified that this alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma is equal to c by a holds good for this cubic polynomial, right? So since we are done with this, we will remove this as well from the board. Now remaining is alpha into beta into gamma, right? So from this we do alpha into beta into gamma, that is 3 into minus 1 into minus 1 by 3, right? So minus into minus becomes plus, okay? So there is no minus sign here. This into this gets cancelled, so it is left me with 1, right? This is alpha into beta into gamma, right? Now alpha into beta into gamma, as per this equation or the coefficient, what it should happen is it should be equal to minus d by a. Okay, so look at the original equation. This is minus of minus 3 divided by 3, that is equal to 3 by 3, which is also equal to 1. You see this and this, both are same. So what we have done is that we have verified that alpha into beta into gamma is equal to d by minus d by a also holds good for this cubic polynomial. So this was the problem given to us. We have actually done it. Okay. So let's move on to the next problem. Right. Okay. Now the next problem says that find a cubic polynomial or write a cubic polynomial, okay, for which the sum of its zeros, let's say zeros is equal to this. So alpha plus beta plus gamma, that is one thing, and sum of the product. Okay, I'll tell you. So what is given here is that we need to formulate a cubic polynomial in which sum of the zeros is given to us and sum of the product of the zeros taking 2 at a time is also given to us, and product of the zeros is also given to us, right? Okay. So this, and now alpha plus beta, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma, okay, and then alpha into beta into gamma. See, in the words how it was written is that sum of the zeros, sum of the product of the zeros taking 2 at a time is this, right? And product of the zeros, how much is this? This is equal to 2, this is equal to minus 7, and this is equal to minus 14, right? Now we are given with this, we need to formulate the cubic polynomial. So how do we do it, my friends? So cubic polynomial given is, standard form is x square minus alpha plus beta plus gamma into x, sorry, cubic polynomial, cube x square plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma into x minus alpha, beta and gamma. Okay, so this is the standard form of a cubic polynomial. Okay, so any of my friend who wants to actually take a screenshot can take a screenshot of this. Okay, so now we leave x cube as like this. Now alpha plus beta plus gamma is given to be 2, right? So this becomes 2x square. Now this value is given to be minus 7. So this becomes minus 7 into x. I hope you all agree, because this plus into minus is minus and x will remain as it is. This is given to be minus 14. So minus into minus becomes plus and this becomes 14. So friends, this is the required cubic polynomial which we were actually being asked for. Sorry. Let's move on to the next. So next says that if the zeros of a polynomial, let us say the polynomial is equal to x cube minus 3x square, okay, plus x plus 1. This is the polynomial is given, okay, and alpha is given to be a plus b, beta is given to be a beta, and gamma is given to be a minus b, right? So this is said that for this certain cubic polynomial, if the three roots are this, this and this, okay, we need to find out the values of a and b, right? Okay. So how do we do? Now we know, friends, we know three relations, right? Alpha plus beta plus gamma in terms of coefficients. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma in terms of coefficient, and alpha into beta into gamma in terms of coefficients. We already know these three things, right? So let's say alpha plus beta plus gamma, alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to how much, my friends? Alpha plus beta plus gamma minus b by a, okay, minus b by a, which in this case, in this particular case, look at the original equation, minus of b is nothing but minus 3, right? A is nothing but 1, so this is equal to 3. We have done alpha plus beta plus gamma should be equal to 3 for this equation, but originally when we had proven that alpha plus beta plus gamma, this plus this plus this, right? So a plus b plus a plus a minus b should be equal to 3. Any confusion in this step? Any confusion here? I don't think it should happen, because like what I am doing is that I am replacing alpha, beta and gamma with the three values what I have, right? So this becomes a plus b plus a minus b, correct? So b and b stands cancelled. So this becomes 3a is equal to 3. So a is equal to 1. So we have found out a is equal to 1. Now what we do is that we take alpha, okay, here there are two things that we can do, my friends, okay. One is that either we take alpha into beta into gamma and equate it to minus d by a and find the value of a and b, okay, the next step here after this. But in that case it will leave me with a quadratic equation which will take a longer time for me to solve this, right? Because what happens is that not quadratic, my dear friends, it will be a cubic polynomial which will take a longer time. So we do not want to do that, because this term into this term into this term will leave me with a cube somewhere, right? So what we will do is that we will use the second second, that is alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma, right? So alpha beta plus beta gamma plus alpha gamma is equal to how much? C by a, right? Alpha beta, this into this, is equal to a into a plus b plus beta gamma, this into this, that is a into a minus b plus alpha gamma, this into this, is equal to a plus b into a minus b. I hope it is not very small. Okay, next step onwards I will write little bigger. Okay, so this leaves me with a square plus ab plus a square minus ab. I am just opening up the bracket, and this is of the form, my dear friends, a plus b into a minus b. What is that equal to? If you remember the earlier theorems, what is that equal to? That is equal to a square minus b square. Okay, so this is equal to a square minus b square. Now we try to see what is that all that we can do here. So this and this can cancel, right? Anything else which can cancel? No. So this leaves me with 3a square minus b square is equal to how much, my friends? C by a. Look at the original equation here. C by a. C is nothing but 3. Sorry, 1. A is nothing but 1. Okay. So which is equal to 1 itself. Now we have already found out that a is equal to 1. Correct. So replacing that here. So 3 into 1 square. I will not write that completely. 1 square is equal to 1 itself. So it will be 3 only. Minus b square is equal to 1. Okay. Now what happens is, so minus b square is equal to minus 2. Minus and minus cancel. So b square is equal to root 2. B square is equal to 2. So b is equal to plus or minus root 2. Right? So just see, my friends, what has happened here. Okay, no problem. Even this part of the board is visible, so I'll use some other color. Now you see, we have found out 3 roots. Alpha is equal to 1, beta is equal to plus root 2, and gamma is equal to So a and b we have found out, right? So a is equal to 1 and b is equal to plus or minus root 2. So that is where we have to actually leave this problem, because we were asked to find out the value of a and b. Okay. So now let's move further and attempt the next question. Okay, friends? Yeah. So the next problem says that if x power 4, if the polynomial, that is f of x, is equal to x power 4, okay, plus 2x cube plus 12x plus 18 is divided by another polynomial x square plus 5, okay, second polynomial, okay, so that is equal to x square plus 5, and the remainder which comes is of the form px plus q. This is remainder that is coming in the form px plus q. We are expected to find the value of p and q. So it's a straight away question or a problem wherein we need to do division, physical division, right? Okay. So x4 plus 2x cube plus 12x plus 18, right? We are supposed to divide it with x square plus 5, right, friends? So let's get going. X square, so this becomes x raised to power 4 and this becomes plus 5x square. So x square is not there here, right? Okay, so x square is not there. Let us write it separately then. Friends, whenever you are not able to match the power of a variable when you are dividing it, so what do you do is that you put that term, don't put it below the power of other power of the term which has got a different power, put it separately. So I am going to put 5x square here, right? So what happens now? Minus and plus, this gets cancelled. Now I will bring it here. I have brought it here and I have taken it down. Right friends? Now again I should sorry friends, sorry. Hold on, please. Hold on. 2x cube plus 5x square. Now you move forward. Sorry, we have to arrange it in decreasing power, right? So 2x cube we need to get. So I will multiply with 2 and then x, right? So this will leave me with 2x cube plus this into this is nothing but 10x square, right? So minus cancels. So this leaves me with 5x square. Correct? Now I need to bring this down. That is plus 12x. Right friends? Now I need to get minus 5x here. Okay? So what I do is that first of all I put a minus sign. Okay? And then I introduce 5. So correct? Right? So minus 5x square. But this becomes how much, my friends? Minus 5 into minus plus 5. Okay. So I have taken. See, I took minus. So how much is this coming to be? Minus 25. See, it's not. It's an x term here. Okay, and the second portion which is coming to us is minus 25. So we don't write it here. We write it here. I'm not going to write it just below this. Okay. Plus this cancels. This leaves me with 12x plus 25, right? So now this remainder, okay, now 18 also has to come, plus 18. So this is equal to 12x plus 43, right? So now you see, my friends, this is the remainder because I will not be able to further divide it. Why I will not be able to further divide it is that the first term which I have got here is of the degree 2. I will not be able to get a degree of 1 here. Okay. So this is of the form px plus q. Compare this and this. P is equal to 12, q is equal to 43. Right friends? So let me just tell you what happens is sometimes this was a little tricky question where tricky problem where people or my friends will actually go wrong if they do not do what I mean to say is that if they do not pay attention to it, because see, there is an x square term which has been missing here. Either you be more attentive or you can rewrite the equation as this. I'll just rewrite here. Okay, just pay attention here, my friends. F of x is equal to, I'm going to rewrite x raised to power 4 plus 0 into x raised to power 3 power 2 is missing, right? So x raised to power 3 is 2 only. Here 0 into x raised to power x square plus 12x plus 18. So whenever you are dividing it, you must see that the power of the variable should be increasing. So should be decreasing. 4, 3, 2, 1. If at all you are missing any term, introduce a 0 there and write the term so that you don't make a mistake while dividing. Okay. So this is a tip from my side. So whatever P is equal to 12 and Q is equal to 3 is the solution for this problem. Okay. So let's move on to the next if time permits. Let's see. Okay, so time doesn't permit here, my friends. So friends, this is all for this polynomial lecture number 5. Next, coming in lecture number 6A, we call it A as assorted. A stands for assorted. Assorted in the sense, what happens is I'll be taking a jumbled up of all linear, quadratic, cubic and biquadratic polynomials and try to solve problems of different difficulty level, which will actually compel you to think. Okay, so let's get ready for the next class. Please come prepared. Till the time, have a nice time, be healthy, keep studying, keep learning. Thank you. Bye.